All opinions are those of the participants making them and are not an endorsement of any position, program, religion, or political affiliation. DFG's Corner is for information, observation, and entertainment. I ask that you comment, like, share, and subscribe.
She's not able to answer right now.
Okay. Put down the weed and I'm playing. I know you don't do that stuff. Big Al, welcome to the show, Big Al. What's going on? We're talking about a continuation of last week's show, and the question that I asked was, with Shannon Sharpe, with him being powerful and having money and influence, do you think that he was socially unaware of what was going on with that situation he's been in? Go ahead, Big Al.
Okay. Yeah, my mute button got stuck there. But I think, yes, he was socially aware. If you go back and look, Monique, Cat Williams, a lot of people tried to warn him. And, I'm not going to kick a brother while he's down, but yes, he was aware of what was going on. His preference in women was, I guess, at the other end of the spectrum. He wanted young and white. And when you're dealing in that age group, then maturity becomes a issue and a concern. So, I wish the brother well. I hope he can recover from the losses, because it's right now potentially in the hundreds of millions of dollars that he's lost that could provide generational wealth for his family. So I just wish him the best.
I understand that. Miss Dream, what is your opinion?
Well, I think on some level, he's a little arrogant, and he comes off very arrogant to me. So what I find and what I feel is that sometimes when you're that way, you don't even realize the level of messiness and irresponsibility that you're diving into. So on some level, not that I feel sorry for him, but I think he's probably, taken back and caught off guard. But it's of his own making, and his own arrogance is a part of that. So hopefully this can be a learning experience for not only him. I'm waiting for him to do the show on his own self. So I'm looking for the podcast where he has some people on to break him down and figure out what were you thinking and wrestle with this. Because I think men wrestle with dealing with their own manhood and issues.
He wasn't thinking. That's what do you think he was thinking? He wasn't thinking. I
mean, on some level, even if you're not thinking, how do you reflect on it? And how do you move forward from here? And what do you tell the young men coming up behind you that witness this fall from grace?
Yeah, that would be nice, but hopefully, and like Big Al said, he showed contrition on when he did his video apologizing, and that's a start. But is that really what was going on, or was that damage control? A lot of us have that, and a lot of us can be contrite, but a lot of us go through damage control, and we're not acting on sense, and we're just trying to make sure that we ain't messing up our money anymore. 𝗥𝗲𝗹, what's your take on it?
I think he knew what he was doing, but he just felt that he was superior. He felt that, she's not going to do anything. She ain't going to say nothing. We role playing. She's giving me permission. This is going to be all right. And I think that that's the problem. And so now, why now you're going to apologize? You wasn't apologizing when you was in the midst of it, regardless of what you did behind closed door. What you do in the dark is going to come to the light. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
In one way or another, it's going to come to the light one way or another. However, he knew what it was that he was doing. He just felt that that woman wouldn't have done what she had done. And now he's all caught up in it.
But like I said, Monique and Cat Williams told him to his face this was going to happen, and yet he went
Like
and
I
still
said, he
did
knew
it.
what he was doing. He just
So
felt that woman wasn't gonna say nothing.
yeah,
Even though they told him, he still was in the belief that that lady was not gonna do anything. Nothing was gonna happen. She's too young. She's probably too young and dumb to do anything because I got money type situation.
right.
They don't realize a woman scorn. That's the worst thing you can ever deal with.
And
is a woman
her
That woman wasn't scorned. That woman was not scorned. That woman was after the bag from the beginning. You don't go out. You don't go out with no 19-year-old white, black, Chinese. I don't give a good 𝗥𝗲𝗵 what color you are. If you 19 and you out with a 67-year-old, you're out for the money, because Blue Chew is only doing so much.
You are, but I'm saying she still was somewhat scorned. She thought that the money train was going to keep going. She got scorned, but guess what? So what she originally went after, she wind up doing something else. She got detoured. And then once she realized, oh, wait a minute, this is a detour. Let me turn right back around. That's when she decided to say, okay, I'm going to start collecting my money. You going to go be with these other women and take what you going to give me to give it to them? I'm going to show you how it is. That's exactly what she did. I don't care how old she is. I ain't never say nothing about her color other than the fact that that's what he probably felt. But it don't make no difference. A woman scorned is not someone that you want to deal with.
Oh, I agree, because most women react on their emotions and not their not logic. And the fact was that she saw him as a bag, and this is my opinion. I don't know all the facts, but she saw him as a bag, and as soon as he probably started pulling back, she got upset, got the lawyer, and filed that suit. Now he's backtracking, and he's probably thinking about what he's done, and like, yo, she really trying to get me. And people were, this was Monday Morning Quarterback, but people were like, he should have had to sign an NDA. He should have been more for protecting himself. And that's why saying that yeah, he probably knew, but he thought his celebrity would be a protection, that she wouldn't try to mess up his bag. But like you said, young woman, probably not all the way there as far as moral compass, because she did OF. And
but she felt that as long as she was getting that money train was still rolling, she was good. But when she realized that he made a pit stop and that money train was going to slow down, that's when she started saying, okay, wait a minute, I got to readjust.
And I agree. I'm going to ask Miss Kim. She has she and I talked about this a little bit last week. What do you think, Miss Kim?
The way the young girl was thinking, first and foremost, he cheated on me with someone else, and I'm supposed to be the only one. Oh, it's get back time. So first and foremost, her way of thinking, oh, I'm gonna get him before he think he got me, but I'm gonna get him. So what she did, she called him up and she recorded him, even though what they did behind closed doors, the choking part, that was their role play. That was their thing. But she made it public by recording him. She already had her lawyer on deck. She knew exactly what she was doing. This is what women do. That was the get back. So I'm gonna get you before you think you got me.
So why do ladies do that? That's the question that I got. Why do ladies do that in general?
I'm not gonna say all ladies do this, but it's quite a few of them out there that does it because they think they are supposed to be the only one, even though you may not have put no stipulations or said you my girl. She, in her mind, she thought she was the only one and she was his. because we got this going on. I'm doing what you like for me to do with you behind closed doors. So I'm doing all this freaky deaky stuff. So she thought, oh, I could do it just like women could buy me and spend money.
On the behalf of myself, DFG, Chocolate Pearl, Apple, and Bean, we want to thank you for watching our show. Please come back, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.